I messed up everything. Here we are. Let's see if chat's there. I hope it works. Oh yeah, should be live. Let me clean up a bit, guys, before starting the stream. I was in the middle of recording the episode that should have gone live today, but I wasn't done yet. There was too much to do the last week. So instead of uploading this week's video, I thought, well, let's do a Q&A live stream. And unfortunately, I can't do much work on this neck during this stream because it's meant to go into the episode. So hopefully you guys have some questions to ask and I will answer them. Yeah, thank you. Great idea. I'm going to move you guys a bit towards the bench so we can have a little chat. Should be fine now. Get a bit closer so I can read the chat a bit better. Some chisels. Yeah. I have the Narex chisels, and yeah, I like them. They're pretty decent for the price, so they're quite affordable, and after you've done some work in getting a flat section in the back and get them sharpened, they're real nice. They stay sharp long enough, and I think they're a good value for money, so I recommend the Narex chisels. Thanks JP, Blue String. Yeah, the new shop looks great. And well, I have to adjust the camera a little because it's a bit tilted, and then I can show you around. So yeah, the new shop, it looks awesome. Oh, look outside the window. The back of the shop. And it's back to the bench. So, still a bit of cleaning up to do. it's a big nasty. What my thoughts are so far on the Phoenix build. It's taken me longer than expected, to be honest. I thought I could do it quicker, but yeah, especially making videos, it takes more time than usual. I'm really taking my time making the videos, and of course also I'm taking my time doing the entire build, but it's taking me a bit longer than I wanted to, but I don't know. On one hand, I think it's great. I'm taking my time, and on the other hand, there's always the pressure of, am I not taking too much time? There are, of course, shows coming up I want to take the guitar with, and also the YouTube series. I'm a bit worried that it might drag on for too long and people are losing their interest in the series. I can already see a decline in views on my videos, and that's a bit worrying. But I think that the build itself is coming along nicely, and I think once I'm getting started on the body, it goes real quick. I think I can do the body in 1 or 2 episodes. I think that's usually not as much work as the neck is. And of course, having to redo the inlays, it didn't help as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Is the Phoenix building series dragging on too long? Or do you guys like it to be a longer series? And what would the ideal length be of a series? Of a guitar build? Oh, let's make sure my phone is on quiet. Alright, good to hear, Big Nasty. Love the build so far. I'm going to change this a bit, guys. It's still, my setup is still partly in video recording mode. Love the build so far. Love you using different techniques and learning new things along the way. Yeah, thanks, Ross. Yeah, that was the idea for me to try new stuff and show you guys in as much detail my learning process and my process of building a guitar, and and at the same time learning new techniques. But I can also think that might be interesting for me, but less interesting for you guys as the viewer. Oh yeah, JP, I will. Yeah, I think I can do that. I think I can talk a bit about how to line up the back ferrules on a Tele style or my Nessa style guitars. I'm eager to see the finishing process. Yeah, me too. And I have something lined up for the finishing process. I'm eager to share with you guys, but I can't just yet. But I have something lined up for that I'm really happy about. And Blue Rocker Guitar says, I like the series. I don't think it's the length that matters. Maybe if you had some other videos in between. Yeah, maybe. I fully agree, Blue Rocker Guitars, but yeah, time is always an issue. As you can see this week, last week I had, of course, a customer's guitar to repair and to refret, and I was lucky enough I could do a live stream, but that meant I couldn't record videos for a couple of days. And last weekend I went to help a friend of mine with his house and took a day off on Sunday to visit a festival with my wife. So there were a couple of days missing from my weeks, and that takes and then YouTube content takes a bit of a hit, and unfortunately I don't have time to record multiple videos in a week. I think I can record them, but I don't have time to edit them. But it's a good idea. Maybe I have to come up with a different schedule. Maybe do a guitar build one week and then a tutorial or a review the week after, and switch them up a bit. I have to think about it. I think it's a good idea. Thank you for the tip. Hi Paul, thank you. Good evening. And talk a bit about how to line up the back ferrules on a telly. Hopefully I can show you my process. Then I have to leave the screen for a moment to find some stuff. I thought I had a cheap bridge. Here somewhere. I think I've thrown it out. Yeah. Tuners. Yeah, I had an old bridge. I was looking for an old bridge to show you how I align the ferrule holes on the front and back of a guitar body, but I think I've thrown it out. I can't find it anymore, but hopefully I can explain it in another way. What I like to do is I take a string through bridge and I mark all 6 holes on the front of the guitar, where after placing the bridge I mark where the 6 strings need to go through the body. Then I drill the outermost 2 holes all the way through the body, and the 6 of the 4 inside holes I drill only halfway through the body. Then I flip the body around and it should have the 2 outer holes peeking through. Then I take that same bridge and I use 2 drill bits to place the bridge in those 2 holes. So I use 2 drill bits as guide pins to position the bridge in those 2 outer holes, and then mark the 4 inner holes and drill those holes through the body to meet the other holes halfway, if that makes sense. And this gives me at least the most accurate position for the string ferrules on the back by using the bridge as a template. Yeah, there's always a chance of drill bit drifting, especially when you're using wood with hard grain and soft grain alternating. Is that the correct word? And when your bradle point drill bit goes on a hard piece, a hard grain, and it slides off into the softer wood, that can be a problem. And if you dare, and if you have drill bits that fit the hole in the bridge very good, you can also use the bridge as a template and drill through those holes, and this prevents wandering of the drill bit. I am thinking about making templates to do so. I know there are templates available. Maybe Guitars and Woods have templates for several bridge types to drill the string ferrules. Maybe TLC Guitar Goods might have them as well, and I'm also thinking about making even a better version instead of making one out of plastic. But that might take a while before I have them, but I'm thinking about stuff like that as well. But if you dare to do so, if you're not scared to damage the finish on the bridge, you can use the bridge as a template as well. Hopefully that makes sense. You're welcome, JP. So, it's hot today, guys. Now I'm wondering where that bridge went. Did I throw it away? Doesn't sound like me to throw stuff away, but I don't know. And how is your guys' week? How did so? Wap, my English, guys. Big Nasty, it will be cans. It will be spray cans again. So, oh, a day off in Canada. Nice. Is it a special holiday, or? I'm not familiar with the holidays in Canada. But to get back to the finishing, it will be spray cans again, so everyone can follow along at home or enjoy seeing me struggle to finish a guitar. Danielle, it's due to production. Of course, seeing a lot of tellies is because it's a very popular guitar these days. It's I think the most popular guitar model today, and why they're often out of alignment. It's because of the speed they have to be assembled in the factory. No matter if it's a cheap Eastern made guitar, Mexican or US made, it's just because of the speed they have to assemble these guitars by, and there's almost no QC because that would be too expensive, and the guitar the cost would rise too much for those guitars. So they're assembled in lightning speed, and there's no one checking or double checking the alignment. They just put the neck on, tighten the screws, and ship it off to the next station for the strings to go on, and no checking for alignment, especially on the cheap to mid-tier guitars. Because if someone has to spend an hour aligning the guitar neck perfectly, the guitar would be 150 bucks more expensive. So it's just the speed by which they are assembled, and I don't think the bolts will loosen during shipping. Maybe on the very cheap models, but not on the mid-tier guitars. Oh, nice, Paul. You're having your vacation in Scotland right now, if I presume correctly from your messages. I believe but I'm not sure. I'm not too big on guitar history when it comes to model names, but I believe the Telecaster was called Broadcaster originally, and they had to change it. Oh, okay. Public holiday. Always working, Paul. Hi, Mr. Waffles. Nice of you all to join us. I forgot to mention. I have to brush up on my guitar history, to be honest. And I'm terrible with names and dates. No rest for the wicked. I've been at my day job all day, came home, went straight into the shed, working on the neck, had dinner, straight into live streaming. So, oh, don't know if you can hear dogs barking, but I have to close my window, unfortunately. Yes, F, that's what I could recall. There was a reason they had to change the model name from Broadcaster into Telecaster. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I... Oh, Drishy Guitars. Hi and welcome to the stream. Maybe it's a short stream today because, yeah, like I said, I wish I could work on the neck and shape the neck more during the stream, but I really want to record more details for the video. So unfortunately, if I go and work on the neck during the stream, it won't end up in the video, and I think I like especially shaping the volute and such to be in the video. So I thought, let's do, instead of doing doing stuff while streaming, do a chat with you guys. So if you have any topics, let me know. Otherwise it will be a very boring stream of me just sitting here. I'm thinking about what I can do or show you guys. Or what to talk about. Oh yeah, maybe one question I have for you guys is the music in my videos. What do you guys think? Is it annoying? Do you like the music? Volume, different kind of music? Because I see different comments on my videos. Some really like the music, some hate it. Some are well, not forcing me, but are telling me in strong language I need to remove the music from my videos. So music is fine, I guess. So no comment, love it. Like the music. Oh, and hi, as an Irish person, some of the music feels pretty Irish. Yeah, I have a lot of Celtic and Irish or folk music, both Scandinavian, Irish, Scottish, folk music. So you're right. I of course, guys who've been with me since the beginning know I used to use a lot of hard rock and heavy metal music. I thought that was maybe a bit much, so I tried to tone it down and went for more blues, country and folk music, and I hope you guys like it, but I see mixed reactions on my channel and on my videos. Hi Krister, thank you, no problem with the music, works great. Yeah, and that's the thing, guys, when editing a video, some clips I see dozens of times over and over again, and first time it's okay, second time fine, but after seeing the same clip, working on a 30-second clip for an hour, it gets boring, to be honest. And then the music also helps me set pace in my videos and, at least in my opinion, make it less boring. But that's because by the time a video goes live, I have seen it dozens of times already. And seeing yourself over and over again, it's weird and tends to get, well, not boring per se, but yeah, music helps. Could you go through the process for making the fret ends hemispherical? Yeah, sure. Take a tiny fret end dressing file and just keep rounding it over. That's all there is. One tip I can give you: most frets. Do I have fret wire at hand? Yep. When a fret is in a neck, the most often used angle to start with is a 30-degree bevel along the edge. When doing the hemispherical fret ends, it's better to keep it a bit steeper, so maybe 10 to 15 degrees angle, so keep it a bit straighter, so to say. Knock off the corners of the fret end so they're not sharp anymore, and then just use a file and start making the hemispherical fret end. There's not much to it, it's not difficult, but it takes a while to get good at. It's a skill, it's a movement of your wrist and your hand and your entire arm, essentially. A motion you have to get used to. I'm getting faster and faster with each fret I'm doing, and I tend to, in the past I tended to be very careful, round it over and spend minutes on each fret end, and these days I'm getting quicker and I'm more efficient with my strokes, but it's not something I can tell you how to do. It's something you have to get used to, essentially. But the tips I can give you is, first, keep the angle a bit steeper, so somewhere in between 10 and 15 degrees. Knock off the corners and then round over your fret ends. It's something you have to practice. And in a couple of episodes in the Phoenix builds, I'm going to, of course, fret the neck I'm working on, and then I'll try and show it in more detail with some close-ups what I'm doing. But it's some things, and I will talk about it in the next episode as well, when shaping the neck. some things are very hard to explain in a YouTube video, because that's the art and the craft, and in craftsmanship, it's the ability to do jobs, do tasks without thinking, essentially, or do it perfect without without being able to exactly explain what you're doing. It comes with experience, and you have to practice until you get good at it. Hopefully that answered your question a bit for now, but I will go into more detail when fretting this guitar neck. And if you look up the live stream I did last week, I believe, it's called Don't Fret, and then I'm refretting a Telecaster neck, and then then you see me doing those fret ends and talking about it, what I'm doing. So if you have the time, it's an 8-hour stream, I believe. So you can look up where I'm dressing the fret ends. I have no problem with it, works great. The music again. I usually practicing my own repertoire while I have a video playing. I rarely watch it. Okay, and how are you, Danielle? Are you here more for the live streams, or and you don't watch my regular videos, or do you just mute them and just watch? I'm curious to know. Oh, thanks, Mr. Waffles. Yeah, that's true. Oh, Madone, great. Yeah, glad I could be of help with this answer. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to show things when you don't have stuff at the ready. I wish I had a couple of necks and bodies at the ready for to show stuff. I think my neighbor's dog is back inside, so I can open the window again. Nope. Always put your tool bags where they belong. Okay, Danielle, thank you. Thank you for for sharing your experience with my channel. I'm trying to learn how people find my channel, how they enjoy it. But thank you. I hope you enjoy my content, at least the live streams. And hopefully one day my videos as well. Oh yeah, thanks, Owen. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to be involved in that stream as well, and to be in contact with the broader community. Oh, that's good to know, Owen. Jealous of my workshop? Every time I'm watching YouTube videos, and to be honest, I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos of guitar building, because usually I get jealous about the tools they're having, the workshop they're having, and it's always a bit weird when people tell me they're jealous about of my shop. Oh, that's a very long username. His Lordship Freon of Somerset. I'll go with His Lordship. Hello from Scotland, hi. Where most of my viewers are from, my videos, 33% of my viewers are from the US, approximately 4% are from the United Kingdom, and I believe between 2 and 3% are from Germany, France and the Netherlands, and the rest is everything under 2% is anywhere else. But yeah, the vast majority is of my viewers come from the US. When it comes to my videos, I think my live streams are mostly Scotland, perhaps, and the UK, I think, so the United Kingdom, Ireland, and some others I know I haven't seen in, but I know some viewers are from Greece. The last time we had someone from Mongolia, so that was far away. This is a bit confusing, Mr. His Lordship, because I think Somerset, well, that's England, am I correct? Don't shoot me if I'm not. You said hello from Scotland and you're Irish, so I know, I think I can figure it out, but it's a bit funny to me. Yeah, Mr. Waffles. Yeah, for the UK, this is for the USA, this is not the most convenient. But I thought, well, for the US, it's in the middle of the day, so some might get it while working or during their break. In Australia, because I also have some viewers from Australia, it's late evening, so maybe they're also still able to catch some of the stream. And of course here in Europe it's the beginning of the evening, so that's no problem. But if I get requests, I am inclined to do a, for me, late night or very early stream for my USA viewers from the US. So if you're from the US, yeah, let me know if you would like me to do a late night stream for me, so you guys can view it, can join the stream during the evening. And I'm from the Netherlands, His Lordship. So I'm Dutch. I can relate to your shop and builds. Oh, thank you very much, Big Nasty. Oh yeah, very close relatives. We have a very entangled, is it called entangled? And shared history between the countries, between the Netherlands and the UK at one point. Well, your king wasn't exactly a king in the Netherlands, but he was the founder of the country, William of Orange. His legacy still is a great big part of our history. Oh, thank you, Blue Rocker. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I think it's a big part of my method is keeping the shop clean and organized. And I talked about this in depth during the Guitar Builders Collective stream last week. is that I made it a habit to clean up after myself. You could see it at the beginning of this stream. I was still cleaning up my tools and such from shaping the neck this beginning of this evening. So every tool is, well, almost every tool. There are still 3 carving files right here that I still need to put back. But it's something I made a habit of putting all the tools back where they belong at the end of each day, and take a brush and brush everything off, make sure the workshop is nice, clean and ready to go the next day when I enter the shop. Yeah, our current king is William Alexander, yeah. But I was talking about the shared history. When your King William and Queen Mary were also city holder here in the Netherlands. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, and they, of course, the 2 royal families are related. Still, all European royal houses are related, either by lineage or marriage. But and I think it's great that the royal houses still exist. Yeah. Oh, more tools to clean up. Is there anything else to talk about? Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure. His Lordship of Somerset. It might depend on which part of Belgium. The southern part, because they're more inclined, they lean more towards France, and the northern part, Flanders, leans more towards the Netherlands. Maybe I'm not sure how their relationship with the UK is. Christer, yes, of course I would consider building a 7-string guitar. If someone ordered a 7-string, of course I would build a 7-string, no problem at all. If I would build one for as a stock model or for a YouTube video, it depends. I try to make guitars that are not commissioned as generic as possible, so they're hopefully sellable. sellable. And 7 strings tend to lean more towards the heavy metal scene, and that's something I'm trying to move away from a bit. People often assume my guitars are metal guitars, and when I start building 7 strings guitars again, Enquendor has it's possible that Enquendor as a brand gets how do you call it? Associated only with heavy metal music, but I like to make very all-round guitars. So for now, until I'm established, most likely I'll make more all-round guitars. What's my favorite bridge and tremolo? My favorite fixed bridge is the Hipshot fixed bridge. So the Hipshot bridge I'm always using on my guitars. And tremolo, the Schallerlockmeister. Those are my two favorite bridges. And for the Phoenix, I'm going to use another very special Hipshot bridge. So I'll let you guys try and guess what bridge I'm going to use on the Phoenix guitar. And it's a bridge, ever since I started making guitars, that bridge, I always wanted to use that bridge. And now I have finally a guitar model that suits that bridge. So I'm curious if you guys can guess what Hipshot bridge I'm going to use for this build. But otherwise, for other bridges, I like the Hipshot fixed and the Schallerlockmeister. Yeah, it's mixed. His Lordship. Same as with the Netherlands. Multicultural people from all over the world. My favorite guitar build I have done so far and why? Ooh. Oh, that's a difficult question. It's a good question. It's a very good question, Blue Rocker. What was my favorite guitar build and why? I think it's a close call between two. Last year I made a custom Nessa. The videos are up on my channel. It's a custom Nessa guitar with a 45 caliber bullet inlay on the first fret. And it was a commissioned Nessa guitar without the inlay top. And that one was very special because it was a commissioned guitar and the customer came over to the shop on a regular basis, so I could really make it a bespoke guitar. I shaped his neck while he was present in the shop, so he could really feel the neck taking shape and comment on the neck shape while I was shaping it. Made the body exactly according to his wishes and to his playing style. So that was a very special guitar build I love doing very much because the client was present with me in the shop while I was making his guitar. And another one of my favorite I think is the Great Guitar Build-Off 21 guitar I did. For several reasons, it all went perfect. Shooting the video, making that guitar, it was an absolute stunning guitar. I sold the guitar in an auction. It's enjoyed by someone in Denmark. So that was great that someone got to enjoy that guitar. And we made a little money for 2 charities. I donated all the proceeds of that build, including everything I had invested. So the entire price it sold for was donated to charity, to a children's hospital here in the Netherlands, and to the Great Guitar Build-Off charity, whatever that's left of it. But I donated a good amount to that charity as well. So that was also a special guitar. The building went perfect. It was an absolutely stunning guitar, and I got to do something for charity in the same time. So I think those are the most memorable and greatest guitars I made to date. Yeah. Also, can I get your real name? Oh yeah, my real name, it's not a secret, it's Daniel. So that's my real name. It's Daniel Van Veen. Or a 5-string, a nice bluesy guitar, open G. Yeah, maybe. And the problem with those guitars, Stan T-Ford, is that they're very niche. There's a very tiny market for those guitars. So if someone commissions an open G5 string guitar, I'm more than happy to build one. But I don't, even for YouTube, people might not be as interested in watching me building a 5-string guitar. A Quinto guitar bass. Yeah, Owen, I already made one bass. I don't think there's a... Did I make a YouTube video of that of me making a bass guitar? I have a bass guitar model. I can't even recall the name. But that needs a lot of refining still. So I've made a bass guitar in the past, and I think I will make another one, especially when it's commissioned. But I think at one point I will make a bass guitar again. Would I ever build an acoustic guitar? Ross asked. Yeah, it's been mentioned on this channel more than once already, but I'll do it again. Yeah, I also have the intention to make a acoustic guitar to see if I can, but most likely I will do it not in my shop, but I will go and do a course and maybe do a video series while doing that course. But if time and money permits me going to do a acoustic guitar building course and shooting, of course, a YouTube series from it. But I have the intention to do it one day. Hello Terja, if I pronounce it correctly. Hello Sweden. The Purple Nessa. Yeah, it's a gorgeous guitar. Yeah, the GGBO guitar is when my channel really started to take off. And the other one, yeah, I finished it early last year, I believe. But it's called Building a Custom Guitar. And it's a Nessa model without an inlaid top. Yeah, I'm still making my own straps, and yesterday, what day is it today? It's Monday today. Yeah, it's Monday today. So yeah, yesterday I managed to buy some cool new leather. So for the Phoenix guitar, I'm going to make another custom strap using some new leather and a new strap design maybe, or at least there will be things differently on those straps. And maybe even I'm even going to make my own case for this guitar, most likely. I wish I had some more time to make straps. That might be nice to do on a stream one day. Maybe Friday night stream, me making a strap. It takes a while, the stitching alone takes 6 to 8 hours. Stitching one strap by hand, but who knows, maybe during a stream. Especially the stitching, I can stitch while chatting. So that, I'm going to write that down. I don't think I'm a leather worker enough to do a tutorial, and there's already one on my channel on how to make straps. Oh, there we go. Someone guessed correct. Stan Ford. You're right. You're right. It's the Hipshot Baby Grand. That bridge is insane. And I don't like Tunomatic bridges that much or at all. They're full of design flaws. But ever since I've seen the Hipshot Baby Grand, I wish I had to use it at least once. So yeah, the Phoenix Rising is going to get a Hipshot Baby Grand as a bridge. And it was insanely difficult to get one, to get hold of one in chrome. So no gold, but chrome. I think I ordered the last one from a big, and I think the most well-known luthier supply shop that had one in stock. No, I don't think so, Danielle. They're different, and that's because bridges that tend to go on Fender guitars, so Tellys, Strats and such, have the Fender string spacing, and the Hipshot Tunomatic bridges tend to have the Gibson string spacing in general. But the nice thing about Hipshot is, and I'm one that writes everything down and I can't recall it from the top of my head. But the nice thing about Hipshot is they have very detailed drawings available for their hardware. So if you want to select a bridge, if you want to learn more about Hipshot, I really recommend looking up the Hipshot products on the Hipshot website and look at all the drawings. Yeah, JP, of course, why I'm fond of Hipshot bridges, because they're consistent in their quality. They're high quality bridges, and I tried cheaper versions, but for example, and unfortunately I keep all my hardware inside my office, and because of the humidity that can be here in the shop, I don't like to have too much hardware and wood here in the shop. But Hipshot bridges, when you take them out of the package, they're nice, heavy, solid. So they're using good brass, no cheap brass. And when you lay them down on the guitar body, the bottoms are nice and flat, and you don't have. As soon as you put them down, they're essentially down. If you know what I mean, it's a feeling when you put them down. You put them down. And I tried cheaper versions, and then the casting or the machining wasn't perfect, so they wobbled. And as soon as you try to level the bottom using diamond stones, the finish chipped, or there were already tiny scratches in the finish. They weren't polished good enough. There were in cheaper bridges have burrs on the saddles. So the most important part where the string leaves the saddle, there was a tiny burr causing string breakage and such. So you have to polish the saddle. So a lot of hassle that I don't have with Hipshot bridges. So it's the consistency. If I buy a Hipshot bridge, I know I have a good bridge and I can just put it straight onto a guitar without any issue. So it's the consistency of the brand and the quality they deliver. I don't think I have ever an issue with a Hipshot bridge, besides maybe those tiny adjustment screws to set the saddle height being a bit stuck. So you have to very carefully undo them. Use a tiny bit, a drop of machine oil, and then screw them back in. And that might be the only issue I have with hipshot bridges. Maybe apart from that, they use dome screws to fix the bridge to the guitar body, causing the saddle to at the back of the saddle to slightly raise off the bed of the bridge. Usually not a problem when you adjust the string height, but when you set a very low action, the back end of the bridge tends to raise a bit. But all fixed bridges have that same problem because they all use, we call it lens capped screws. But other than that, good brand. So if anyone who is in contact with hipshot, let them know I exist and maybe we can make a deal. Stan T-Ford, will the body be stained or otherwise colored like fire? Yes. Yes, yeah. I have something in mind, also something I've never tried before, so we're going to try something new on the top of the Phoenix, and it has of course to do with fire and orange. Oh, coffee, thank you. Owen, good luck cleaning your shop. Bye bye, hopefully I'm not too late. Open back tuners. Yeah, I haven't tried hipshot tuners yet. I have to find something where I can get them at a reasonable price. That's a bit of a problem, like I said. So if anyone has an entrance into hipshot, please let them contact me if they're interested. Because for me at the moment, Schaller, also a great brand, very consistent, good customer service. Because it's a German brand and the factory is in Germany, it's much easier for me to get Schaller hardware. Adam, welcome to the stream, Adam. I can't recall seeing you in the chat, so welcome. I've got hipshot locking open gear tuners and the bridge in gold going on my first build. Yeah, they're of the highest quality, at least they're among, they're up there. Yeah, it's a good idea, guys. I always trust in companies who are willing to share detailed drawings of their products, like Schaller, hipshot, some other brands, I can't recall them from the top of my head, but usually brands that are willing to share detailed drawings are usually the better companies. They got nothing to hide and they want people to use their products and to use them well. And that might be the engineer speaking. As an engineer, I love data sheets, I love detailed drawings, technical specifications. That's how you can design not only guitars, but design anything with third-party products. You can only do it when they supply the correct information in a convenient manner. Even in my day job, if I am looking for stuff, components to use, and I can't find drawings or technical specifications within a certain time limit, I go to someone else. If you want me to use your components, make the data available. Yeah, oh yeah, Goto, yeah. Also, guys, by the way, the Goto tremolo bridges are also very good quality. As well as their what is it? What did I use? They're mini tuners, I think. But before I started using Schaller tremolo bridges, I also used Goto. But again, availability and the ease of purchase. And customer service, also very important. If a company has good customer service, because there can always be something wrong with a product, no matter how good the company is or how good their track record is. There's always a slight chance of things not going as they are supposed to go, and things get shipped out that shouldn't be shipped out and get overlooked by QC. But it's the way companies handle their mistakes. If they don't make a fuss about it, don't try to blame it on the customer. But if they take responsibility and fix the issue in a timely manner, it's a great company. And I have had this with Schaller, for example. Something went wrong in the production process, and they just stepped up. And without any issue sent me new stuff and apologized. That's how I think the way it should go. I forgot to tell you guys that there might be ads running every half an hour for some of you. So if I get interrupted by an ad running, just let me know and I will repeat myself, because unfortunately I can't see when there's an ad running for some of you. So if you miss anything, let me know and I'll try to repeat it. Stan Tiefort, how the Phoenix will sound. I intend to make it a very all-round guitar. So the pickups I'm going to install are Fishman Classics, like I do in my Sonia guitars. Because I think they're the most versatile pickups out there, and in my opinion pickups make at least 60-70% of the tone of an electric guitar. So it's going to be loaded with like I said, Fishman Classics, of course, with coil splits, so 3 voicings. Coil split, that means it will sound like a telly in the voicing 3 in the neck pickup, a Strat in the bridge pickup, single coil. More vintage puff sound in voicing 1 and a more modern tone quality, more sound voice in the second voicing, so 3 voicings, of course 2 volumes, 2 tones, 3-way switch. So very versatile guitar. I always say you have about 9 different sounds coming from one set of pickups. And I think because I'm using mahogany, I'm not sure about the top yet, but it will be similar to a maple top. And the Hipshot Baby Grand, I think it will come very close to a modern sounding Gibson Firebird. So not overly heavy metal, not overly classic, but I think a contemporary Firebird. That's my goal, at least for the Phoenix. To be a very versatile, all-round guitar. Oh, that could well be, Danielle. That's always something to keep in mind. That I have some spare tuners. It's always good to have in mind. For example, Schaller always specifies the size of the post. They have 3 different versions. They have what is it, 19.5, 21.5 and 20, I believe. So they have different sizes for their shafts. So there's this part of the tuner depending on the headstock thickness, and I think Goto and Hipshot do this as well. So when buying new tuners, always measure the thickness of your headstock and buy your tuners accordingly. I know for a fact that Schaller has several sizes and they're specified on the website when buying tuners from Schaller. You have, I believe, 3 different sizes. And unintentionally I have 2 different sizes available right here, and you can see the difference hopefully in length. So there's a shorter one and this is a taller one. So keep that in mind when buying tuners. Always measure your headstock thickness, and then again, from a good supplier they should specify for which headstock thickness the tuners are meant for or suitable for. And sometimes you can see it when a builder made a mistake, because some will recess the tuners slightly as a design feature, but most likely their headstock was too thick. Because selecting the correct height also helps with tuning stability, because your string goes at the correct angle to the tuner hole. Oh, I now see the follow-up. I think the Eastman headstock thickness was very close to the maximum for those Goto tuners. Yeah, most likely. Or the other way around, the type of tuner was too short for the thickness of the headstock. It's hot here, man. Is there anything else interesting behind me? Tuners? I'm not sure. I can show you guys some progress that might be funny on the neck. So a quick progress update on the Phoenix neck. Have I ever tried Oddi's oil for a guitar finish? No. I'm not sure. I would love to try it. Maybe I will one day, but to be honest, I think the pricing is a bit steep. At least here in the Netherlands. So I'm not sure yet. Maybe one day. But I wish I could have a sample, so I could see if it justifies the cost of essentially just an oil finish. Of course, I'm saying this without any experience with the product. Maybe it's more than worth the price. I don't know, but what was it, 80 bucks or something for a jar of Oddi's oil. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Up until now I had very good results with a hard wax oil that's a quart of the price, just a quarter of that price, just 20-25 euros for a quart. So I'm not sure if that's something. I've had the jar in my hand and I was ready to make the purchase, but I hesitated. And I have a philosophy: when you are hesitant about a purchase, don't do it. So if anyone has the experience with Oddi's oil or the butter or whatever product they have, yeah, let me know. And if you think it's worth it, I might give it a try one day. But for now, I'm still not sure if it's worth the price. And of course, for me, I could mark up my guitars to justify the cost of a finish, but I don't know if it's fair. So maybe one day, maybe it is a nice idea for a video to test out various finishing products. I just realized yeah, if you have Oddi's oil left over, JP, of course give it a try. And if you've used it on tabletops, then I assume you can assess if it's suitable for a guitar finish as well, which I think it will. Because is it Shock the Fox that uses a lot of Oddi's products on his guitar builds? Mr. Waffles, goodbye, thank you for joining. See you next time. All right. So guys, this is the neck for the Phoenix. Roughly shaped. Some work to be done. But it's getting a nice C-shaped neck. And currently it's sanded up to 120 grit and have to go up the grits I think 180, 220 maybe, and then start to carve the volute, because it's huge right now, but it will shrink down when carving. At least it won't look as big as it is right now. And then I have to do a rough carve on the heel, and then we can finally start put in some frets, I think, and then we can start working on the guitar body. So hopefully I can finish this week, have the video ready for next Monday on how I shaped this neck. And then I will have a question for you guys to help me decide what to use for a guitar top. I have some beautiful tops, all very suitable for the theme of a Phoenix guitar. But yeah. I lost my train of thoughts. That's a problem I have, guys. Sometimes I'm looking at stuff, for example this neck, and then I spot little details and my mind goes to work straight away about those details and starting to come up with solutions or methods to do stuff. So yeah, neck. So guys, if there aren't any more questions, I'm going to, yeah, do my clients prefer 4-piece necks more than 1-piece? It depends. Up until now, my clients really didn't have a preference, and they trust me to give them good advice, and others just like my necks. Of course, there's a reason they come to me instead of someone else, and that might be my body design, my work ethics, the experience I offer of them being present at regular intervals in the shop while I'm working on their guitars. You name it, there are various reasons why someone seeks me out, and also one of the reasons might be that they look my 9-piece necks, because there are 9 pieces in these multi-laminated necks. I would always advise to have a multi-laminated neck, at least a 3-piece, because of the stability. You can play with the grain orientation to make the most stable laminate possible. And of course this helps with playability, tuning stability, sustain maybe to some extent. So yeah, I always advise having a multi-laminated neck, and of course preferably my own design. But if a client insists of having a 2-piece neck, I will gladly make them a 2-piece neck if the wood they want to use allows for it. And yeah, if in some cases I will add 2 carbon fiber rods to make sure a 2-piece neck will be stiff enough to be used as a guitar neck. But usually they come for advice, and that's, I think, a huge part of being a custom guitar builder, that you can provide good advice for a customer. Oh, bird's eye maple. Yeah, I don't have that. It's very rare.